He's gonna be like, hey, I got there's some shit we get you laughed out the room. Man, what we gonna do about this? Let's build a satellite that controls the weather. Get the fuck out of here. This is funny because Warner Brothers, they hate this movie. The studio that's putting this out.
Do they?
Yeah.
No, they hate this movie.
I guess they've seen it, huh?
Yeah. They don't give a fuck about this movie because the thing with this right here, they don't want you to not see it. There are certain movies that studios, they just pull back from critics, even from audiences, and we just want to forget about this. No. Warner Brothers don't want you to forget this. They want you to hate this. This is a movie about disasters. Weather-caused disasters. And they strategically chose to put this shit out after all the hurricanes and other disasters that we had. They want people who are victims to look at that and be like, man, fuck you, Geostorm. That's a movie that even the studio does not believe in this movie, but they just hate it themselves. Oh, that must be one of the worst movies of the year. And you know us. We don't buy into the hype. We don't jump on bandwagons here.
Never.
Never. We don't try to sit up here and get clicks because we are saying what everybody else is saying. No, we like to give these movies a chance. And y'all out there saying, you know something? I'm like, y'all, let me decide for myself. You know, tell me about the movie. Give me some information. And let me put together my own judgment. Now, I'll do that with this movie. And the thing with this film is that, let me set you up with this for a little bit. I'll tell you it's disaster-based, weather, disaster-based events going on in this film here. Now, with this, it's the future, 2019. Oh, just a mere 2 years away, maybe a little bit more. And after the weather starts destroying cities and sometimes close to whole countries, that's when people are saying, hey, you know, this whole climate change thing, I guess you got something. Yeah. It might be real. Yeah. I guess we better start doing something about this. So they say, all right, let's build a satellite system that can control the weather. Now, of course, since this is a system that's based online, like most things today, someone has to come in and hack it. And if y'all thought that, you know, losing your profile information or Equifax was bad, something, you know, ain't nothing compared to what happens when they get a hold of this satellite right here. Mm-hmm. Because they just start, like I said, they start destroying people, killing people in the hundreds of thousands. And they say, man, we need to fix this before we destroy the whole world. Now, the only problem is that in order to fix this, they need to get the guy that built it. But for some stupid-ass reason, they decide to fire the guy that built it, and he still got a grudge. And he's like, yeah, even though the world is dying, I could die too. Fuck y'all. I ain't coming back. It pretty much is. I'm not even. It really is. Yeah.
It was petty as shit.
It was some petty shit, man.
I admire that.
I know you would.
God, this is lovely.
And we know he's holding out for more money. He ain't gonna sit back and just let himself die. Jake Lawson played by Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler, like, if I'm an expert on blowing up shit, y'all don't think I can sit back and let nothing happen? I sat back and let London blow up.
Isn't this the plot to, I don't know, every spy franchise?
But no, this is different because it starts with stock footage and a voiceover from a little girl. So you know it's going to be a very solid movie.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up because a little girl who tried to tell you something. But, what I'm saying, it's not really what happens.
This movie is I think it's supposed to be told from the perspective of his daughter.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because she opens the movie, but then I don't understand how she knows about all this other stuff that happened.
There was a point where I leaned over to you and I was like, I forgot he had a daughter.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and the daughter, I don't know the actress's name, but the daughter is probably the best actor out of anybody in this fucking movie.
She was the one that was actually trying.
Yeah, and she was in Annabelle recently, and she was good in that too.
Oh, was that the same girl?
Yeah.
Oh, she was the one who said, said, "Fuck it, who cares?" in that movie.
Yeah.
That's right. No, she was the one that she had the crutches.
Oh, that's the girl.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that girl. No, that you look for that girl. That girl's amazing, man.
Yeah,
She's an
she's a
amazing
good actress.
and she's the best actress in this one. She's like, fuck all you old motherfuckers. I'm the one that got to gain something from this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. God damn it.
I know y'all getting checks and shit, but this is my first movie. Geostorm. I don't
guess
care.
at this point, Gerard Butler's like, yeah, it's just kind of over.
Can they stop casting him as an American? Just stop it.
Or Egyptian. Like,
Yeah.
Just play your role, man. Play what you are.
You're the same dude in every one of these movies.
Yeah.
Now it's funny because again, the movie opens up with him being fired. Why would you fire? I don't care what reveal you have later. Why would you fire the guy that's responsible for saving the fucking world?
Yeah.
And then that don't
He had
make
child
any
porn
sense.
on his computer.
No, man, this is one of the cases where you'd be like, man, I don't give a damn. You rape goats. We do what you want to do in your own time.
Right.
But
It comes down to a dick measuring contest is why he got fired.
Yeah.
But I don't blame them because they tried to fire him for over some stupid ass reasons, and they reveal it later. But it's just kind of like, I really hate to say this, but they could have found child porn. All right, man, do what you do. Don't tell nobody. But we need to save the world.
We just sell these Subway sandwiches, man.
Yeah. We gonna cover this up for you just once, but please, just on the down low. Can you do this? Now, the thing with this is that it's just funny because it's one of those disaster movies that really wants to pride itself on showing you all the damage that it can do.
This wasn't a malfunction. It was intentional.
There's potential for catastrophic weather events on a global scale. A geostorm.
Dun, dun, dun.
Some kind of geostorm squad.
That's not the only time that name is said.
Oh,
in this movie.
no.
Oh, it's not.
Hell no.
That scene, I think they took out. They say it 2 more times within 15 seconds.
Yes.
Like, it's a
Some
geostorm.
kind of-
What's a geostorm?
Geostorm.
Yeah, Martin. They even have a point where they have if the word isn't enough for you, they put it up on a screen like man, that 10 seconds to geostorm.
Like the computer has a program in it that says geostorm.
Right up there, you don't see it now, but it says category level geostorm.
Yeah.
Now,
Geostorm alert.
and it's so stupid because these people, they decide to they set up the movie to where pretty much the world has gone to shit, man. The world is done, and somehow, somewhere, politicians they managed to get together and figure out this idea, some groundbreaking technology which nobody could think of in a matter of even a year, but they do. It's gonna be like, hey, there's some shit will get you laughed out the room. Man, what we gonna do about this? Let's build a satellite that controls the weather. Get the fuck out of here. But not here. No, they like, that's a good idea. When we can get it done within a year. So they managed to pull aside while the earth is being destroyed and the world pulls itself together, all the nations, and they build this satellite system in a very short amount of time.
You got to make sure because in this movie they make a point to say it was led by the U.S. and China.
Yeah, they
Yes.
did.
They make a point to say that shit.
Yeah, people we are kind of cool with. You know, the rest of and when they start attacking people, it's countries that we don't like.
Yeah.
But it's a stupid idea. For one, it's a stupid idea to just even do this shit. But second of all, I don't know how you thought that this would be safe. Why this would be good in the first. It's a satellite with lasers. Mm-hmm. There's a supervillain out there who's been waiting on this shit.
Yeah.
You know, Blofeld made this shit 40 years ago.
Yeah.
He like, bitch, I did this already.
See, but now these are
3
your
times.
These are your tax dollars at work. Yeah.
I'm suing for copyright.
And they made fun of this and spy parodies.
Yeah,
Die Another Day was basically a parody.
Yeah, a satellite with laser. You know, even Blofeld like, y'all really did it?
No, that's the plot of half the episodes of Underdog.
Yeah. It's like a supervillain would be looking at this like, y'all want me to come after this shit.
Please.
You made this for me, right?
I was trying to retire.
There's a scene where Gerard Butler's like, they turned it into a gun. It's like, nah, they're just using it. Like that's exactly what it was designed to do.
Yeah.
They took my gun and turned it into a gun.
And keep in mind, they, like we said in the trailer, I was just making a joke, but they hacked the weather.
Yeah.
They no, because when I say this, I didn't think they were going to do it. but they actually put a virus into the weather.
It's some Independence Day shit, man.
Yeah. Keep in mind that this is Dean Devlin. This is his first directorial debut. And he's co-written Independence Day and all those other disaster movies.
Yeah, him
with
and Roland
Emmerich.
They were like this. They were partners.
And you got to remember that they put a virus into the weather. This is the same dude that wrote putting a virus into an alien spaceship with a Mac laptop and turning their weapons against each
Not
other.
even a PC. Like, all right, I can believe that because everybody's got a PC. But yo, Mac.
Like Windows is easy to hack.
But the thing is, that came out back when PCs and Macs couldn't even talk to each other.
Yeah.
But how are you going to talk to a fucking spaceship?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So it's, I mean, this guy obviously does not give a fuck. But, no,
Not one.
Not one. Nope. This motherfucker. And it could be cool to not give a fuck at all because there were moments when not giving a fuck kind of worked because this was kind of a new thing or something that people they just wanted to give me the money shot. I don't care. You know, back in the late 90s and the early 2000s, we had movies where we could look at these and we were okay with it. They were something that were kind of new on the scene, a new wave of disaster films. Not disaster films are anything new. The 70s did it, but these are the new wave of disaster movies with CGI. And we're talking about things like Armageddon, Independence Day,
Volcano.
Deep Impact, The Day After, 2012. These were movies where they were just all about CG disasters. And you know what? We were okay with that because, you know, especially like at the time when Independence Day came out, that movie was so fucking stupid. I remember not even liking it when it came out. And I was asking questions and people, they said the same shit. But man, they blew up the White House. And you see it right here, and this is the shot that got everybody.
Well, they sold that movie on that shot.
On that shot.
It was in that trailer, and it played all the time, and it got everybody
Oh
excited.
yeah. I love that dude that thought he was getting away in that helicopter. He's like, I made it. And all of a sudden, like, nah, you didn't, brother.
I'm free. Oh shit!
Shit. But you know, we had not seen anything like blow up the White House. They sold the movies on disasters, so you could get away with stuff like that. Armageddon was cool because it knew exactly what it was. It was goofy.
Yeah.
So, and it was aware of that. We didn't care, man. I mean, that was Michael Bay at one of his fucking goofies. That's when we realized, oh, he just like blowing up shit.
Basically.
Yeah. But with this, that's not the same case because I would love to say that, man, this is a throwback to that time and they're trying to like recreate that. I might even give them some hipster cred on that. But no, because there's too much bullshit drama going on.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Drew,
man.
well, go ahead.
No, man, it like this, like the big thing in this trailer is we're selling you on the disaster part of this movie, the storm, hacking the weather, and all this stuff. But there's more time spent on Skype than there is destruction scenes.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And they have the gall to act like there's some political espionage that we're going to be invested in. Like, fuck you, no.
No, fuck you, man. Because it's a stretch how they try to crowbar the family drama in here. Jim Sturgis, who is from Across the Universe and 21, who's a cool actor, man. I wish he would get more work. This ain't helping. Not at all. But it's, especially when you don't know where their accents are coming from. It's kind of like a Brooklyn, Jersey thing.
It's out of everywhere, man. Like, he has like a Brooklyn, Jersey, Boston accent. Gerard Butler has some, like, they're supposed to be American, but they still have, like, he has a Scottish accent. His girlfriend works for the White House, the Secret Service, and she has an Australian accent.
Yeah. I know this is an international crew, but come on.
But everybody's supposed to be American. And the thing is that in this, you know, Gerard Butler is the one that built the thing, and it just so happens that his little brother is also like he works for the government too. He's a deputy secretary.
Yeah, like for the State Department.
But yeah. So they somehow coincidentally work for the government, and it was his little brother that fired him. And so so they create all this drama, and while all this shit is going on, where we want to see destruction. It's these two motherfuckers up here not arguing even like little brother and big brother. They're arguing like they're lovers.
Yes.
There's something wrong with Dutch Boy. Because other than your daughter and your precious soccer club, Dutch Boy was all you ever gave a damn about.
At once.
Well, then what are you doing living out here?
He's like, that's a good point. I never get no sleep with these rockets going on.
Yeah. Questions like that are why I left you.
His little brother's still showing him up. Yeah, you dumb motherfucker. Why you out here?
I'm thinking Jim Sturgis is from Long Island.
Maybe. Who would know?
I mean, that accent.
Yeah, they don't
who
explain.
knows?
Because even in the movie, they say it's like, I guess like the filmmakers know that their accent is kind of crazy, so
Yeah.
they say like Gerard Butler. He says, "Me and my little brother, we're from we were born in the UK."
We were born in the UK with American parents. We
Yeah.
still have Scottish accents.
We were born in the UK.
Yeah.
And, like, and he slides, and like you could tell, like Gerard Butler is trying to put on somewhat of an American accent, but he slides in and out of it. It's
Yeah.
weird, man.
And they didn't bother me that
Liam
much.
Neeson.
And they didn't bother me that much. I mean, look, the deal is that I actually like Gerard Butler. He's making some bad movies, so people are holding that against him. I think the guy has a lot of charisma. I like him. Jim Sturgis even like, you don't see this guy too much, but I know that this guy can do better. I like him. This is Gerard Butler's he's going for that action lead male star thing, and it's just the movies that he's picking for that are not helping.
He's trying to be Schwarzenegger, basically.
I think he's more trying to be Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And it's just like these characters in the movie are just that we don't care about them. I don't want no fucking drama from them. I want to see people burned alive. I want to see people crushed. I want to see people turned into frozen steaks. I don't want to see. I don't really care about this drama. That was the thing about Armageddon. Armageddon knew how to like bring this crew in and have this camaraderie going on. It was goofy.
Yeah, and Armageddon cast character actors throughout it. So like,
Exactly.
it's like right away you kind of were endeared to these people.
Yeah, and your supporting characters are no better.
Yeah.
In fact, they're worse. They get no time, and the time they do get, they're not given anything to do. Abby Cornish, she works for the Secret Service, and Abby Cornish working for the Secret Service. She's supposed to be a tough female. Her whole thing is to like just scowl, work with her eyebrows, and never really emote. I mean, she is wasted in this movie. Every line that she gives is like this. And she's having an affair going on with, it's a secret affair because they can't really be together with Jim Sturgis. Ooh. And and they can't, they're supposed to have this. It's like this girl can never, in the movie, she can never drop her job personality and be a real person around him.
No.
And it doesn't work. If you have a love story, these people need to be real people. But it's that crew that they try to bring in. I hate to keep saying Armageddon, but you had a crew of people who were character actors, and really you didn't care about them, but for the little part that you had, they did shit that made them bond.
Yeah, they had some personality to them. You can't have Steve Buscemi be bland in a movie. He's just too weird looking.
Yeah, exactly. And here, this crew that they present, they try to give them some smart ass lines. They try to give them some funny lines, but it doesn't work. We don't get to know these people, and therefore we don't care. So why spend more time on the disaster or build these characters up? But they don't.
Oh, of course. An American.
Actually, my brother and I were born in the UK, but
Yeah, fuck that. No,
You're Jake Lawson? The Jake Lawson?
You look much older than I would have thought. I mean, you look good, but you...
You're like, bitch, you look older than me. Are you serious? I
like that actor.
I do too. Do you know that actor's name?
Eugenio Derbez?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mexican actor. This is a guy they could potentially give some characterization to, but they don't. I got something funny to tell you about this shit too. I was sitting behind a guy. Now, either this guy is potentially racist or he just wants to let the audience know that he's the smartest one in the room. But that brown skinned guy right there, the first time he came on the screen, there was a guy behind me who yelled, "Bad guy." And he was that dude.
Damn.
And that dude was by.
I mean, first of all, that person is not intelligent because they set him up like he's looking in the corner. He's like, oh, I'm going to get this motherfucker.
Yeah.
This might be the bad guy.
Yeah, but anybody know. But I was just kind of like, wow, man. Even if you by yourself, you need to yell this shit out. And I will say this: I'm not gonna say the guy was racist, but when I got my ticket and came in, I noticed that there was a bottle of water and some other package that was next to me, and that was my assigned seat next to that. And this guy came in and saw me sitting next to him, and he picked the shit up and audibly made it hurt like, oh, and moved to the back row.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. I'm like, well, fuck you too, man.
And when he sat down, the person sitting next to him, he went, "Bad guy."
Yeah. But that's the thing, Martin. Nobody was sitting next to him. So when he did it to nobody, it was weird. Yeah. Hey, man, that motherfucker right there, bad guy. You know what? You know what made me laugh about this is that it's doing what all these other disaster movies do, except they can't do it as effectively. Like we overlook some of the things that these movies do. Like in these other movies, they have those scenes where they have they try to set it up so you can feel something for people, but with complete strangers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people you don't like, they just pick random people. Like, okay, for 5 minutes, you feel for this guy. Like there are people who are supposed to, like, they see water coming, or they're in a building that's about to fall, in their eyes while the countdown's going like, oh my God, will it be on time? And then when they fix the problem right on time, the water pulls back, and those people like, oh, like they just orgasm, like, oh, that was some good geostorm.
Yeah, man. And like that exact scene, I feel like they shot it 3 times because it pops up. Like you see somebody running on the beach in Rio de Janeiro, then you see somebody running on the beach in Abu Dhabi, then you see somebody running on the beach in some other country. Like I think it was Australia. I was like, so did y'all just shoot this in the same spot and just edit in the city in the background?
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's the same shit.
And in that vein, you should never, ever do a chase scene with a smart car. Just don't do it.
No,
don't you dare do it. That motherfucker got someone killed. You see that shit?
I'm gonna talk about hold that thought.
Yeah.
Because in the vein of saving people, Dean Devlin, he loves saving dogs.
That Independence Day shit.
Independence Day shit. That dog in Independence Day that some miraculous survived that fire. Who? That fake ass green screen. That dog should have fire coming off his asshole right there.
That scene enrages me, man.
Yeah. And in this movie, they do the same thing. There's some kid with a little dog. You're like, oh, will they be reunited after the geostorm? You know, man, millions of dogs and people have died, but that one dog matters.
That little dog in Mumbai, India.
And that one little Indian kid, or that one little kid in Dubai, like, they matter. Will they be reunited despite all these people, animals that fucking died? They, you know,
and the other thing is like they don't take the time to destroy cities that are like, you know, like if you're going to do Independence Day, Washington D.C., like destroy all the big monuments.
Sure.
I think the biggest monument they destroyed here was the Burj Khalifa in Dubai.
In Dubai, yeah,
yeah, like everything.
And they don't
else,
really even destroy it.
No, it's kind of like leaning, but like with the.
I think the Mummy destroyed all the other ones.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, cause they attack spots where you're just like, I don't know if people would notice if it got any worse. It's like they hit Rio, they hit Mumbai, like it's like, all right, yeah, Moscow. So it's like, all right. I mean, this might be an improvement.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, a fresh start.
Yeah. Shit, they need a population cleansing anyway. There's too many people over there.
Man.
And speaking of action, of course the action is ridiculous. I mean, we're getting to the point now in these movies where car chases are so mandatory for action films that you have a car chase with the weather. They, like that Asian dude you talking about that got somebody killed.
Yeah.
It's a random Chinese guy that nobody even knows, who doesn't play a huge part in the movie. He's having a car chase with fire. And you're right, man.
The eggs, though.
I know. Like it's so hot that the eggs hit the ground. That's the foreshadowing, Martin. And this fool gets in a smart car. And that's the fun thing about it. He's not driving that fast. There's a car like, man, get the fuck out the way. You're in a smart car.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm trying to get around you, and I can't get around your sluggish ass.
Yeah, that building fell in that car.
Yeah. Like driving like fucking Mario Kart.
There's a Hummer behind him.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, I'm only going 50 miles an hour. I hope you live because I will.
Yeah.
And that was space.
Yeah.
He's been driving like an asshole.
He was being a bitch, man.
Yeah.
It's fire. They have a scene where, I mean, it's ridiculous. They not only fire, but they outrun electricity.
Yeah, there's 2 car chase scenes in here.
Yeah, they outrun lightning. There's some Vin Diesel, what do you call it, Fast and Furious shit going on with
But
this.
it is the president, though.
Yeah. Oh, Andy Garcia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't even get me started on that shit.
I guess he's supposed to be what, Marco Rubio or something.
No, Martin, you looking too deep in this shit, man.
You know what's funny is in this, like,
Martin actually trying to find some meaning.
Yeah.
Thank you, Margot Rubio. Man, no, brother, don't waste your time.
The funny thing in here is like you see Andy Garcia all throughout the promos and everything. You see like Jim Sturgis and Gerard Butler. They don't show you that Ed Harris is in this as well.
Oh, Ed Harris. Ed
my
Harris
God.
beat somebody up. He said, "Don't you fucking dare show me that." Ooh, yeah.
Mother bombed harder than we thought.
And here's the thing with the car chases, like they're ridiculous. I could actually take them or leave them because people are saying, well, man, they did shit like that in 2012 and some other movies.
Right.
Why does this get a pass? It's because there's just not enough of it. And if you have too much drama, you just see the ridiculousness of it. But there is a scene that made me laugh, man. I loved.
Please tell me it's when she flips that car around.
No.
Oh, man.
No. The scene I'm talking about is that I think they were in Rio de Janeiro, and there was a scene where they're on the beach, and somehow they changed the weather from sunny, nice beach weather to they caused a winter storm so bad that it actually it turned people into ice statues and sculptures.
Oh, yeah.
But there was one That's the funny thing about it. Like, it's one thing to have a car chase, trying to outdrive the weather, to outrun the weather.
She was booking though.
There was a woman who left her boyfriend behind. She said, "Fuck you." And they showed her that motherfucker turned to Silver Surfer. And she outran his ass, and I like it. Like, she thought she got away, and she ran to a dead end.
Yeah.
And she actually outran the weather. And then somebody said, "Well, fuck you, bitch." And then they dropped a plane on her. That shit killed me. Hey, she couldn't go nowhere. She's like,
Yeah.
you know, that I admired. That turned to some horror movie shit.
Yeah, some goofy horror movie shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the fucking weather turned into a stalker.
And apparently she's faster than a plane because the plane got hit by the weather, but she didn't.
Yeah. This is, I can forgive a lot of dumb shit, but they don't give you enough of what you want in this movie. You're gonna give us dumb shit, like give us heaping spoonfuls of it.
Yeah.
Go fucking crazy with it. I don't want to hear this drama between two feuding brothers and some fake ass relationship.
Two brothers. That's all I was thinking about the whole thing.
Oh, our jobs are keeping us from having a relationship. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you. Bitch, I don't give a fucking show. I want to see people melting. I want to see people like surviving.
And this sounds like we're talking in hyperbole. Like there are literally 30 minutes in between like action scenes. So there'll be action scene at the beginning, and then a bunch of meetings in the 4 sets that are on this movie or in this movie, and then you go back to, oh, here's another action scene for 30 seconds, and then back to the drama.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you got that right. That is the problem. Corey hit it right there. It's just, there's just, you know, for an action movie, there's just not enough to keep the pace going in this. You know, I'll tell you something that maybe you need to see it in the right environment, because there's this thing that you can go to called 4DX, and 4DX is just pretty much the new 21st century version of old gimmicks. That
is it beyond D-Box?
No, it's not. I'm about to tell you, man. Hurricane Thomas. It's kind of D-Box, but it's actually going beyond that. Like it's pretty much the 21st century gimmick of what they did back in the 50s and 60s with cinema, where they had like smell-o-vision and aroma-rama, or when they tried to like put you in an electric chair in the theater with a tingler.
Yeah, it's like going on one of those rides at like Disney World or Universal Studios where you just like sit there and a movie happens and they put smells and like the sheets say
there are too many close-ups of Gerard Butler to see this in smell-o-vision. Seriously, there are so many shots that are like right up in his face, and we saw this in IMAX and in 3D.
Yeah. That's what this is. They are actually throwing everything at you. They're like pelting you with water, smells, fog. I think there's a dude with a Gerard Butler beard like stroking your cheek while you watch the movie.
Phase air effects shoot forward bursts of air to express sudden actions taking.
Skeet.
Skeet.
Let these tables nut on you.
Bubble effects.
Bubbles?
Fucking bubbles. The principal.
Are we seeing Moana? What's going on here?
Y'all are laughing, but I want to do that.
That shit is probably like $40, man.
Are you watching Xanadu with bubbles coming up his?
Imagine like seeing a serious drama and bubbles just float out in front of your face.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you remember when bad movies just used to mentally abuse you and now they're like physically abusing you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this is. So maybe it's a better experience when you're watching it that way.
Man, I feel like we were a step below that, dude. We saw it, like Gert said, IMAX 3D.
Yeah.
Oh, how was that?
It suffered louder and bigger. Like, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was a stupid person yelling closer to your face.
Oh, shit. So there's no way out of this. If there's one positive thing I can say about this, besides the little girl that was in the movie that was so good, I like that Beats girl, Zazie Beats.
Yeah.
The one from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
She was the one that had, you could tell, either she was ad-libbing pretty good or she was the one that had personality. She's Geostorm. Geostorm, that's what I told you, that corner. 5 seconds to Geostorm. But you probably seen this girl in Atlanta. She's she's good in her scenes because she's probably the sassiest one out of them that makes it believable. But I mean, she's not given that much to work with either. She's just a smart ass hacker, but she's new on the scene.
Yeah, she was kind of playing the same role that her co-star Donald Glover was playing in The Martian. Like she came in, had a small little moment, funny, and then just jetted out. I was like, all right, that's basically the same character.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That is that is kind of the same character, and beautiful girl too. I liked her, man. But again, not enough to really save this movie. Look, I've seen a lot of bad movies just this week alone.
The same day.
Yeah, in the same day, within 24-hour periods. But so I'm not really hating on this movie. So I'm giving it some bullshit just because the writing is so bad. But it's one of those. It's one of those fun, some old bullshits. Like I would say, if you caught this on TV or saw it on Netflix and decided to give it a chance, it might be something that's fun. I mean, it's so stupid it can be fun, but on quality alone of the writing and just not giving you what you came to see, because it's funny, and it should be known that if movies from back in the day, like the 90s and the early 2000s, knew how to pace themselves and give people what they were asking for, if you're going to do a throwback to that, then you need to do that too. Otherwise, you failed. So yeah, this is some old bullshit. Not a hostile, some old bullshit, but a good some old bullshit.
Calm, regular, some old bullshit.
2012 and The Day After Tomorrow and Armageddon. Those are movies that you always remember where, oh yeah, I remember when they hit this building or hit that structure or did that. But in this, you get none of that. And then they have like a weird space drama thing going on where it kind of turns into Gravity because he's just flying in space and you're like, man, there's last minute saves maybe 6 or 7 times in space, which make no sense. And it's just frustrating. Man, I wouldn't even go as far as to say catch this on TV, catch this on Netflix and listen to the parts that we said watch. So when the daughter comes on screen, watch that part. Zazie Beetz is on the screen, watch that, and then watch the destruction parts. Everything else is just filler. It's such a mess, man. But it's not a fuck you. It is some old bullshit. Just try to catch it on Netflix or something.
Here's the thing with YouTube: in a year or so from now, somebody's gonna take this movie and edit together all the disaster parts. Yeah. And that clip is gonna be like 5 minutes long.
Exactly.
Yeah. You'll see everything you need to see, and you can go on about your day.
Get more action in the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
Dude,
I will say there's like a 20-minute span where it really gets so stupid and batshit insane that I was kind of enjoying it on that level, but it takes a long time to get to that. And once that part's done, it's really once that Geostorm alarm kicks in on that computer.
With the countdown?
Yeah, with the countdown. I was like, okay, this is kind of what I wanted from the start. Just something that was knowingly dumb and just ridiculous. I can ride with this. But again, it doesn't last long, and once it's done, it goes back to the stupid drama and political bullshit. And it's like, you're a movie called Geostorm. How dare you try to be intelligent with me?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck do you think you are? So for me, this is some old bullshit. Stick with the core or Volcano, like movies in this vein that are way better.
Yeah. You know what you do? Just
Dante's Peak, maybe.
Yeah,
that's better than this.
That is better than this.
You know what you do? Just go home and get a hairdryer and just blow it in your face. Yeah. For about 20 minutes, and you get the same thing.
You're not lying, man.
It's been a hard week.
Yeah.
Are they just like not hiring American actors for this movie?
They take out jobs, man. Ain't nobody talking about the real immigrants. The British people taking out fucking acting jobs, man.
I was raised in the UK.
No, you weren't.
Jim Sturgeon is British.